club in the last 2.5 years. Cunningham joins forces with Chris Waddle and Peter Beardsley in a Newcastle side which still has more trouble conceding goals than scoring them. But in the search for security, Martin Thomas is retained in goal, Kenny Wharton at left back, but David McCreary is missing because of a family illness, and Neil MacDonald steps in midfield. Manchester United are unchanged, with Steve Pearce continuing to deputise for Gary Bailey. Paul McGrath wears Brian Robson's number 7 shirt, and Norman Whiteside preferred to Frank Stapleton as partner to Mark Hughes. And despite the weather, Brian Robson, and despite his shoulder injury, not passing up the opportunity to visit his family and friends in his native northeast. And behind him in the cap there, Jack Charlton, the Newcastle manager, and his brother Bobby is here as well in his capacity as a Manchester United director. Well, referee Mark Scott happy to start the game, but sorely concerned as to whether he will be able to finish it. The snow has come late to the northeast, but it's fallen heavily in the hour leading up to kick-off. The visibility of the lines very important. And Newcastle United attack the goal to the right in the first half. The pitch underneath the covering of snow is soft towards the flanks, harder in the middle where some cross got at it. There's a strong wind blowing at Manchester United's backs in the first half. Norman Whiteside. Here's Malcolm Brown. Such an important game for both clubs. Manchester United really need to just keep winning matches to close the gap on Everton and Tottenham. And there's Breeze playing tricks there before the ball finally arrives safely in the arms of Stephen Pearce. I think the only people in the ground who are warm are the players. Piece of thinking and a quick piece of footwork by Arthur Albiston to make the interception. Defensive play isn't all about tackling. Albiston, his weaker foot. Now Beardsley against Moran. Cunningham in the middle. Newcastle battling into this gale-force wind. A forced corner. Cunningham might have just sensed an opening for a goal on his debut as Beardsley got away from Kevin Moran. Hurd to take the corner. And Pearce, a very difficult task indeed. The ball that was hit deep and was swirling all the time. Jim Clark coming in strongly beyond the far post. Strachan. McGrath. Liston is clear to the left. Manchester United have 4 waiting for the cross. Right side. It's Beardsley working back. But it's because of players like Norman Whiteside that Peter Beardsley didn't really get a chance at Old Trafford in the half season he spent there between 2 spells with Vancouver Whitecaps. Here is Beardsley. Megson. Switch from left to right, really for the first time. Just over 15 minutes of the first half remaining. Snow thankfully has abated for the time being. Waddle. Rhoda might try a crack from here. Forced away by Manchester United defending as a unit. Right side, as he spotted Strachan. Again, an advantage might have been played. Hughes was in possession. Strachan was free on the far side. Whiteside had been pulled down by Roda. Moses. Hughes trying to screen it, and in fact turning. Excellent piece of technique. The ball bobbing up about chest height, whether it was miscontrol or deliberately lifted, Hughes still managed to conjure a shot out of nothing. In keeping with his performances that make him favourite surely for the Young Player of the Year. Settling on the ball when you're playing against Manchester United, you can be sure that Remy Moses will be buzzing around. Moran just there as he was elbowed in the back by Cunningham. Against Cunningham. Tony Cunningham was in the Sheffield Wednesday side that won promotion to the First Division last season, but was sold during the summer to Manchester City. Whiteside, and Hughes might reach it. Brave save, taking into account the conditions and the arrival of Hughes with boots flying. Martin Thomas had to time his charge off the line. Did it very well indeed. Waddle. And here's Beardsley. There's early cross, one for Cunningham to attack. Misjudged it. Back from McDonald. That might have been an attempted cross. But it was arrowing in towards the junction between post and crossbar until, in spectacular fashion, Pears got it away for the corner. Newcastle suddenly picking up the tempo. Megson. Waddle onside. Cunningham again waiting at the far post. And Pears with handling to admire on a bitterly cold afternoon. Wrongly driven cross, even with gloves on. McGrath several times in the first half has been able to stride through purposefully, and his pass trying to free Whiteside. He was settling, I think, most of the way for the corner, which he's got. To the half. Strachan's corner. And a quick one it was too for Newcastle. Roda dealt with it. Moran poised at the back post. And in he comes! So Kevin Moran was perfectly placed. The set piece paid off for Manchester United. Unattended. And they'll be relieved to go in at half-time, a goal to the good. After Whiteside had found the ball just going over his head, Moran came in behind him. And Kevin Moran gets his first goal of the season right on the half-time whistle. whistle. But Manchester United will know that in the second half the elements will be against them. And providing the worst of the snow keeps off, one senses that there's a lot more football to be played in this match. The half-time at snowy St James's Park. It's Newcastle United 0, Manchester United 1. Manchester United grateful to their two central defenders for providing a first-half lead. Graham Hogg's flick at the near post met by Kevin Moran. And that's the difference between the two sides as the second half gets underway. Newcastle now have conceded a goal in each of their last 21 matches. Today, two of the less experienced First Division goalkeepers, Martin Thomas, and at the other end, Stephen Pears, before today, with just 3 First Division games between them. Certainly the better part of the afternoon, weather-wise, at the moment, although the clouds looking heavy where the snow is coming from. Hughes took the shot early and almost caught Thomas by surprise. Mark Hughes nicely found by Paul McGrath, and Thomas coming off his line to drop quickly to his left. Cunningham. Beardsley almost there before Hogg. Cunningham wins it again. Right side. Showed too much of it seemed, to Clark, but Strachan got the better of him. Only Hughes in the middle so far for Manchester United, and the absence of a third party was crucial. Olsen, I think, was a little latest to arrive after Strachan had got away from Clark. Lovely dummy by Beardsley. It's given Waddle a chance, and almost Cunningham as well. One would have thought that Waddle might have been going directly for goal. It flashed across in front of Cunningham. But the hub of the move was this lovely dummy by Peter Beardsley that completely lost Kevin Moran. On went Waddle, but he dragged it across the face, and Cunningham couldn't turn it in. Side. Strength against the smaller man, Wharton. Strachan. Moses. Strachan might take it up and bear down on Thomas. And Moses to what looked like an unattended goal until Thomas threw himself into the line of the shot. United felt that they should have had a corner. But Gordon Strachan, on his 28th birthday, almost with a moment to celebrate, and then Moses had the shot that appeared to go behind off the arm of Thomas. And Manchester United want to make their substitution, so it's Jesper Olsen who has been under the weather, suffering from a stomach upset, and he gives way to Frank Stapleton with 14 minutes remaining. Mason. Here's McGrath, who lined up with Stapleton, of course, for the Republic of Ireland against Italy. Stapleton quickly into the fray. Stopped by Roda. inside. And he almost made a chance. Virtually out of nothing with some clever ball juggling. Not so much higher in the frozen areas centrally. Waddle. Now McDonald. In comes Cunningham. And Moran went for it. It's played back by Malcolm Brown. And Manchester United got it off the line. Would have been an amazing goal. The problems really came when Moran, and not the goalkeeper, went for the cross. Pears was out of position. And Gidman was right on the line in the nick of time. Hughes pulling away at Roda's shirt. To take the free kick quickly. Time is of the essence for Newcastle. Up in the air from Wharton. That's Cunningham disconcerted Moran. And Beardsley! A clinical finish. Cunningham played a part. Although it came probably off the head of Kevin Moran, it was Cunningham's jump that unsettled the central defender, and Beardsley, after a clever shimmy, buried it in the corner. That's the aerial threat that Jack Charlton was looking for from Tony Cunningham. And that's the impish skill of Peter Beardsley that Manchester United let go. 9 minutes remain. Cunningham again. And every prospect now of a real finish. Waddle. Real pressure on the goalkeeper, except the position of the ball. So Peter Beardsley wraps in his 12th goal of the season, and I doubt if any of the previous 11 have given him greater satisfaction. St James's Park, which has been cold and quiet, is alive now. And Manchester United lost the lead again, away from home. Beardsley, really in the mood. Certainly deserved his goal for his earlier enterprise. Brown. And Cunningham, beaten to it by Pears. A juddering collision felt by both players. Hard ground as they both fell. No fair weather supporters these in the northeast. Marvellous crowd of over 30,000. As the final whistle goes, and Manchester United have let slip a lead away from home again. Peter Beardsley, ironically, their former player, equalising 10 minutes from time. The goal on the stroke of half-time turned in by Kevin Moran. So Manchester United really need to win matches to concentrate their championship challenge. And Newcastle need to win them, particularly here at St James's Park, to pull away from the relegation area. But in very difficult conditions indeed. In the end, a fair result. Newcastle United 1, Manchester United 1.
Well, in fact, Ron Atkinson regards that as a point won and not two lost. But there's no escaping the fact, as Martin says, that
Teams wanted